Hello everyone, welcome to a Yogscast tournament of Mechabellum. We're getting other people excited about mechs today.
Hooray!
More than just me and Ben. Mech expert Ben.
Yep.
Favourite mech?
Oh, the catapult.
Oh, from
Battletech.
I'm a big fan of the
Yeoman.
Oh, the Yeoman. Go on, from what's that from?
That's Battletech as well.
A big pair of Battletech nerds over here.
There's similar mechs in this. Well, there's lots of small ones, there's some real big ones.
Oh, yeah.
Mechabellum, it's an auto battle, it's out now. We're going to do a Yogscast tournament today. We've got 8 of the finest Yogs battling it out. Yeah, Ravs and Duncan have only, they're ranked 1 and 9. Whereas,
Rank 1. That's great, right?
In the world?
No, 1 is
World champ?
You start at 0.
Oh, man, I think that's going to give them an edge. Honestly, like, playing practice can really radically affect performance.
Really?
That's, like, some of my keen insight that you can
Into mech-based gameplay. I just want to dive in and see some mechs crush each other. So
Let's do it.
it's
Ready
like
up.
also battling mech game. Paradox. I've followed it for like a year now.
Yeah.
It's Paradox Arc, I think, publishing it, and
Thank you to Paradox for
we are super hyped
us
about it.
to run this tournament.
Yeah, in this tournament, it's going to be who are the other 4? G,
Yep.
Harry,
Yep.
Darcy, and Ped. Oh, Ped's been practicing. Actually, he practices with me.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know if I should tell you, but we did some like a series of one-on-ones, and he was like, "How do you beat this?" And I was like, "Like this." And he was like, "How do you beat this?"
Oh my god.
So you're picking
I've trained Ped.
Wow.
My trained.
You've been training up a ringer.
The
to come in.
Mechabellum Kid and Mr. Miyagi.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Mr.
Mechagi?
Okay, so to begin with, you have to select a perk.
Well, you select a leader, right? And they have different health pools, which helps to balance out their starting units, which are different mechs, and they get a starting buff. So
Okay.
So we have the blue team, Ravs, you can see Duncan, you can see him.
aerial special.
So this is
Very
Duncan,
nice.
this is Ravs, and over the back we've got Lydia and Booth.
I'm going to join the prediction. I'm supporting Booth and Lydia.
Whoa. You're just going to jump in? You're not going to look at their mechs that they've chosen?
No, based purely on experience alone.
So Ravs
Okay.
went with a free marksman to start. Duncan went with aerial specialist. Aerial units no longer cost supplies when being unlocked, so you have to actually buy new units to unlock them. You do start with a couple.
Yeah, everyone starts out with a few, but you can only unlock 1 new unit in every round of the game. And so, being able to unlock free stuff, good, but it just means that you're saving a bit of cash as the game goes on.
I mean, there's definitely something to be said for waiting to see what your opponent's composition is before you
Oh, yeah.
commit to
Yeah.
what units you're
So,
unlocking.
okay, before we get too complicated, we've got some crawlers. These are little crawly boys. They're basically the cheapest unit in the game. They're melee only, little drill boys.
I shall be referring to them from now on as Drilly Boys.
We've got some
Really,
jeeps
boy.
which are armed with machine guns, and we've got some aircraft already on. This must be Duncan here with his aircraft. And then on Booth and Lydia's side, they've got a lot of these fangs who are actually the base level mechs, but they actually shoot up. So that's pretty good.
pretty good.
And then they've also got these artillery rocket boys called Stormcrawlers, who are very effective, but not if you don't give them a screen.
You need something to pin people in place and then bombard them.
Because they're very bad at aiming. They always aim at where you are, not where you're going to be.
So
Sick mistake.
already we've got these wasps coming in, killing the units that are supposed to counter them. These Stormcrawlers really didn't pay themselves off at all here.
Losing one of your bases like that does a massive debuff to the whole army.
Yeah.
So this is deep strategy, but basically, oh my god, there's more. Okay,
There's the other side.
turns out when I clicked the faces, I thought they were half, but actually they've got their own.
Yeah, it's two
Section.
battles.
Two separate battles going on here.
I've never done a 2v2 before.
Oh.
I didn't realize that's how it worked. I thought you just had shared half the battlefield. You got your own battlefield.
Yeah, but they do
Oh, but look, it
still...
spills over. So the
merge
pictures
into each other.
of the Battle 2 have now come over to lend support to Battle 1.
Wow, this is the most unprofessional professional tournament
a bunch of...
I've been part of. My apologies.
It's kind of just a bunch of drilly boys fighting each other.
So these are what you're defending. Yeah, these are not. They're not drilling very fast against all that.
Drilly Boys aren't great against bases.
But when you get
Or
enough of them
anything.
in... No, I think they're
They're
pretty good.
great. You can give them all sorts of upgrades. They can like become self-replicating Drilly Boys, or they can become like toxic, poisonous acid Drilly Boys.
We might
They
see
can be
some more of them.
underground drilly boys.
Oh.
Even more fun.
Diggy Drilly Boys.
Diggy drilly boys.
So
drilly hole.
So Lydia and Lydia
And Booth.
and Booth have taken a loss for
They
the first
did.
round.
It was a minor loss, though.
Yeah, the earlier rounds, you don't take a lot of damage. So you take hits to your health points based on how many units your opponent had left at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Duncan going straight in on the heavy overlord. Big fan.
I like
of that.
the big airship. It's lots of
So
fun.
everyone has the same choice here, by the way. So as you can see, Booth and Ravs have picked the same one. But Lydia picked the shield specialist, which means she's going to lean into more shield stuff. So this is Duncan. This is Ravs. Okay, this is Ravs. He's got crawlers. He's added 3 fangs here.
Yeah, very versatile unit. Shoots everything.
Okay.
And then Mustangs, again, versatile. They shoot both air and ground.
Is he putting those towards the back because he's worried about the potential of flankers? Which, after the third round, you are able to start putting flanking units down.
I've been caught out by flankers a few times.
Yeah,
They're
man.
tricksy. Because if they knock out one of your bases early, the debuff across your whole army can swing a battle.
Because when one of those towns...
There's a flank. Look, someone is already flanking with a giant airship.
The Overlord.
So this is Lydia here. She's kept everything in a big lump now. She's moved it
Is
all to this.
a wild call, but kind of into it.
Okay.
But hopefully it's going to work better because her little drilly boys...
Unfortunately, these are decent anti-air.
They are decent anti-air.
These are anti-air as well.
Yeah, it's been kind of countered.
But I think if she can get the upgrade that increases the splash damage on the heavy overlord, it will handle
It will.
Both
I mean, it did
units.
actually. It eventually got through them all, even without the upgrade. It just
one is that?
about enough.
Is it Overlord artillery?
But meanwhile, on Booth's flank, have you seen? She's got the giant laser that's just exploded. You know, the big like radar microwave dish thing.
I was not following what she.
Looking
Did
at-
they both
Yes,
go with
that.
giant flanks?
No, Booth's was in the center.
Oh right. Oh god. This is still these wasps, by the way, very strong because they're aircraft and a lot of units don't shoot up.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful to try and counter them.
God, I'm really tracking this sniper. That sniper's going to shoot down the battleship. Oh!
Nice.
Snipers are
Good
such a strong
shot.
counter to battleships. They outrange them. They do massive damage to a single target.
But they don't have a lot of hit points. So only a few units can easily take them down. And especially if you have a swarm of stuff, you know.
Yeah, sniper's no good against drilly boys.
No, you don't take a sniper if you've got a locust infestation on your farm. You don't go out there with your sniper rifle, do you?
He's going to be there for a long time.
Terrible idea. And in that time, the locusts, they're going to eat you alive.
There is so much to see. Oh my god, yes, so much is being added. Wow, so much to follow when there's 4 people involved. Lydia's gone with a strategy where she stuck everyone together and she spent a lot of her money flanking with this big thing. When you flank, it gets deployed, but it takes the first time you put it down, it takes a while to deploy. After that, it's there all the time, so people can counter it.
Which is the upgrade that she's put onto the...
She's put the
Overlord.
amplifying core. The attack of units equipped with this item is increased by 75%, and she's taken the upgrade that it makes new wasps.
That's
now,
great.
she hasn't deployed any more units to defend it, but it's quite an interesting strategy. This is, I think, a sentry bomb. So this is Ravs. He started with a 3 marksman level 2, and it's now level 3. When you upgrade things, it's a lot cheaper than building a new one, but it doubles its health and damage.
So that
Very
sniper is basically like 3 level 1 snipers.
So it's
all
very,
in
very
one.
efficient to upgrade stuff. You only can upgrade stuff if it survives and does decent damage in the fight. Now, this thing obviously has been surviving, and they have been winning. That's the big advantage of winning in this game. If you win, you get to upgrade your stuff, which is a lot cheaper and more efficient. However, if you upgrade something and it's out of position, it's just going to die anyway, because if it's being countered,
If it's getting hard countered, no amount of upgrades are going to save.
Another flank.
Oh my god, there's another flanking overlord, but these wasps do shoot air.
They
so
might be able to take it down.
They might be able to
before
even
it even
deploy.
comes in.
Oh wow, look at its health. It's so sad.
This was unfortunately a really bad decision.
Yeah.
It's dead. Wow, that's a lot of points to put down.
Do look at Booth's mega laser though.
Yeah, so
it's glorious.
This is Booth's melting point. It's a giant unit that is very, very effective, like a void ray. Once it damages something, once it targets these guys, if it never targets the overlord, it will just kill it instantly.
But it's in such a bad position. It's wasting its shots on drilly boys.
Exactly,
Fighting
because
the hordes.
It is completely being countered by all
Not working.
Oh. My tip for Booth would be if she can get one of the big flame guys next to it,
Oh, I love that. Love that, dude.
flamethrower robot will clear out the chaff, and then the giant laser can focus on the big stuff.
Yeah.
So this overlord of Lydia's did actually clear those 2 anti-air units and has spawned a load of wasps to fight, but I think it's a little bit too little too late.
But by itself,
Yeah, it's going to get overwhelmed,
is...
especially with that sniper coming up.
Yeah, that guy is just going to deal it the lethal blow. Oh, wait, did he get distracted? Oh, it's shooting a wasp down.
Now it's
And now it's
nearly
now
died
it's
with a
dead.
single shot. Oh man, the girls are getting hit hard here. There are a few options they can use to dig themselves out of this hole. So certain units have the ability. Every unit has upgrades, right? And that can fundamentally change how it will behave. You know, it's a little bit rock paper scissors. You put your units down. They've countered them with opposing units.
Everyone took the wasp swarm. We're going to be seeing a lot of flyers dropping into this battle now.
Yeah, you can see the little red circles where they're choosing to drop their wasps.
So beyond units and upgrading the units, you can also do these one-off attacks, which are there's a rocket. It's a sentry rocket, so it's basically like a proximity bomb.
Yeah.
We have the big flamethrower.
If someone walks into it,
and a melting point on the flank. That's a wacky move.
This is a wild move because again, it's going to be. You can see when you place it what it's going to be targeting.
Just shooting, just little.
Yeah, the big melting point is only good against other massive things.
Yeah, you shouldn't really put
really
unless
good
you
against
know
stuff
that you
with
could
high hit
actually
points.
get to hit these two things. I mean, I understand it might be fine. Lydia, I think what actually Booth picked was giant specialist. Giant units cost no
So it's free
supply.
to unlock new giant units.
So
Oh, Booth, please get a flamer in the middle. Just guard your big.
I think a
with the
flamer here would be fine as well because it would even take down a lot of this stuff. A flamer
Yeah.
here would kill these crawlers.
Yeah, because that's what they need. Those crawlers are going to swarm that melting point.
yeah.
Just guarding it with either or a big rhino, the buzzsaw.
Oh, that might be my favorite mech in this game. A giant punching robot.
So these are the wasps that got spawned in. I assume there are lots of wasp swarms are being spawned in. So sometimes you could again these one-off abilities like
Okay.
wasp swarm. Oh no,
melting point just versus termites. Just having just
the
a
Vulcan
horrible
spawned in has
day.
no anti-air. It's ground only. This is the big flamey boy, but it's in
Oh.
the wrong place.
Oh, melting point getting distracted by wasps. You hate to see it.
Bad times.
The shield generator's doing work though.
Yeah.
This is one of these. You can put these down on your. They cost money, like everything else,
Oh my god! Wait.
and
yeah.
they keep things alive.
Wait. Is the Overlord
Shield.
going to? Are they going to win there? Because the shield is blocking a lot of the hits on the melting point. Shield's down.
Oh, shield's
okay,
down.
but the melting point might be able to
Here
drop
it
one of
goes.
those
Look, it's
airships.
carving through the
Oh,
airships.
it cleared one of them out just before it was destroyed.
It did its thing. It did the thing it was supposed to do, but I think they're really falling behind
They
already.
are.
Yeah.
They're in trouble. But next turn, all their flankers are going to come in immediately. In this battle, half their flankers were new and were taking
Yeah.
damage for 20 seconds before they could fight.
So yeah, this is an auto battling game. Red saying in chat, but you set up your armies. It's a little bit like you have these sort of roguelike-y choices as you go. Of course, but both teams get the same choices to keep things fair, and then they fight. And it really is about looking at what they've put down and saying, "I want to stop that."
Yeah.
This here is going to be a big bomb coming down, I assume, or some sort of lightning storm, which someone showed.
Yeah, like Ion Cloud. Look at this.
Yes.
Duncan's just dropped 4 carriers.
Whereabouts? Oh, over here.
Duncan's just spamming carriers in the middle of his.
Which is not necessarily a terrible idea because you can buy buffs that go onto them, and that will affect all of your vehicles of the same type. And so,
So it's
it
good efficiency.
is very cost effective to have a lot of one type of unit. But if you're taking a lot of one type of unit,
Then you're vulnerable to the hard counter.
people can hard counter those units, and so you have to be careful about specking too
So they've listened
heavily
to
into
us.
one.
They've put a flamer here to deal with these little chumps, which is fantastic. And they've also Duncan's moved his aircraft into a terrible place because
That
he's going to
is-
get one shot by the melting point.
Oh,
Bad.
I want to
That's
watch that melting
really-
point.
Yeah,
Waste that carrier.
bad call there.
Yeah. So they've also got lots of upgrades they can
let's
press.
see.
The fight's going to happen
Here
though.
we go. Free.
Straight in.
So the longer the melting point shoots, the stronger its DPS gets.
Yeah,
There you go. It took out the thing, but unfortunately, it managed to. They added these additional wasp swarms, obviously, to deal with the
So-
thing on top, and those giant units are dead. Is this melting point going to get to do much?
Well, it looks like Rabs is going to lose both of his bases almost immediately to the
This
flank.
melting point is killing all of these overlords, which is actually
is now
Yes,
really
exactly
good.
what they want.
And because these stormcallers took out Duncan's thing, all of these guys have had their attack and damage
Yeah.
debuffed.
and so you can see how little damage they do now once one of your
And
your
the
towers
other
has
one's
been destroyed.
gone now. Meanwhile, on the other side, the wasps are just killing this
My
big.
God,
Oh.
complete rout. The comeback is real. I think
Really good.
Maybe Rabs and Duncan got a little cocky, a little complacent. They won so many in a row, they were just not thinking too hard about their picks.
So this is
It's got terribly.
Ravs and this is Ravs's stuff here. I think. Oh no, is this?
No, that's
their flanker.
Lydia's. Lydia's army's finished finished mopping up Ravs and is now coming over to fight.
However,
Duncan.
what do they still have that shoots up? These don't shoot up. This doesn't shoot up. These wasps will fight each other.
They got the tanks. The flak tanks are here.
The Overlord will fight with them.
Oh no, they're not flak tanks. They're missile tanks.
It's a bad day for the wasps.
No, they got it anyway. It's a nightmare in this game when you've got no air units left.
Oh yeah, and you're slowly getting pecked to death by light.
The last wasp is dead.
Okay, that's a big number, and the damage they take is equivalent to the size of the unit. So each giant unit will do 400.
Bigger boys do more damage.
So saved from the
watch out
jaws
for
of defeat by poor positioning by Duncan and Ravs, I think, with those Overlords. Duncan wasted all of his money on those Overlords that did nothing.
Yeah, he fed them into the big
melting
lasers,
point,
melting
and
point.
But also,
not what
Ravs lost 2 to Booth. So they lost on both sides then.
Yeah, so just to recap for everyone who's sort of lost track of what's going on the left side, it's Ravs versus Lydia. And on the right-hand side, it's Booth versus Duncan.
Yeah, so this is Ravs, this is Lydia. Lydia's gone with this controversial all in the center stack because it's so dangerous. You can just get it bombed, right?
But she's got the shields up.
Yeah, and it seems to be working.
Defending these areas are quite clever because you don't know if they're going to deploy flankers.
Yeah.
Gives you time to react.
And so you're like, oh crap, they're flanking me. And what you don't want is someone to just put a really cheap unit here, kill your thing, and then your whole army gets debuffed. At least this will buy them time.
Duncan putting more Overlords on his to try and fly into his flank.
Oh,
It's a wild play.
yeah, just, more.
When he's put this group of sacrificial wasps, now he's taken this wasp upgrade, which is allow it to be repositioned anytime, which is such a powerful upgrade on the wasp because it means you can automatically, like, look at these. Lydia's decided to put some artillery on the side here, which is possibly the worst place for it, but it's just going to get eaten by those wasps.
Instantly destroyed.
I just want to draw you guys' attention to Ravs has got the hacking robot that's take control.
The hacker.
Some of the flankers. Look,
I
Flamebot
love
being
it.
mind controlled.
Okay, it takes a little while depending on how big they are, but
If that blue bar overtakes the red bar.
Yeah, then
get ready.
flame-
And now it's a friend.
it's changed teams. That's completely saved Ravs' flank.
The hacking bot is amazing fun. We missed the nuke coming down, which has done a lot
I didn't know
of
there was a
damage.
nuke.
There's the big red marker on the screen.
I didn't know that was a nuke.
Right, so Duncan's cleaned up Booth and is coming over to help Ravs.
And yeah. Okay, we have a lot of Overlords.
However,
I
think
don't
it
know
looks
if there's
like
going to be enough to take them down.
this might be the last. This might be the end actually here.
Yeah,
Because look how much they've got. 400,
so little
800,
left.
with 1,200. I don't think they have that much life left.
Yeah, this might be
I think this might be the end of
Could be the last round.
might be it.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh,
that was definitely it.
A big loss. Okay, well, round 1 goes to Duncan and Ravs.
Well played, boys.
But this is a best of 3. So
It's all to play for.
All to play for.
we will see some different strats, I'm sure.
Do you think they're going to mix it up, or do you think Duncan and Ravs will stick with the...
Well, it depends on which commander you're getting, because Duncan with his aerial specialist maybe is why he was speccing more into the Wasps and the Overlord.
Okay, we've got different loadout this time, and now I think this is a different map. Okay, I think I have seen this. So this is the map where two of them are in the middle, and the others are.
Oh, right.
And
So,
so
Bruce
it's a
Lydia are
sandwich.
back to back
Yeah.
with Duncan and Ravs
See,
coming in.
they're down. They're down a map.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be on their back foot,
On the defensive.
and this is the chance to break out. Otherwise, it's going to be a 2-0.
Oh.
Which we don't want to see.
You'd hate to see it.
We don't want to see. They've actually lost
part
some
of it.
rating. Look, they've actually lost, and Duncan and Ravs have gained a bit
Gain
of
rating. They're on their way up. They didn't need the practice, turns out. What do you want to see this round? What strats are you...
I'd like to see some more hilarious hackers.
The hacker is an underrated unit, and obviously the last thing you want it to do is, again, like the Void Ray, be just taking over a crawler.
Well, so actually it can work really, really well.
Oh, really?
Because it's very quick to take over one. They will all stop and attack that. And in the time that they've done that,
Then your
you've already
missiles
taken
can
over
land.
another one, and a hacker can solo a whole squad. It takes a bit of time, but they're
Right.
never coming and attacking
keeping
you.
them out of the fight?
So Lydia gone with Giant Specialist,
Very cool.
Booth gone with Marksman Reinforcements. These are very powerful. They have low health.
Yeah.
Rav's gone with the same. Like a free level 3 Marksman at the start of the game is a big deal because
Marksman's strong.
a very common strategy is to have a wall of stuff and a series of marksmen behind it, or phoenixes, which do the same, but they're
But they fly.
but they're aerial. And that is kind of, if you can keep your marksman alive, consistently chonking through the big stuff, you can really make a big difference.
Yeah.
Now, it's not so hot, the marksman, against whoever is here.
Oh no, it's all swarmy boys.
This is
That's Lydia.
Just having a big swarm,
Yeah.
I'm a
Lydia.
big fan of.
So Ravs is facing off against Lydia at the bottom of the screen.
yeah.
Duncan
so
and
we've got
Booth are
Ravs
at the
here.
top.
Yeah.
So these arc lights are so okay. General strategy: these arc lights. He's added more of them because he knows he's against Chod.
Great.
These are very good anti-Chod.
They're like AoE explosion.
They're ground only, but they blow up this stuff. So these are fantastic. These tanks are good generally against everything, but they are also good against Chod.
They have a really cool ability where they can link their life.
Yeah, damage sharing.
So they all go down to almost nothing and then suddenly all die at once.
Yeah, which is amazing until you have stuff that's doing a lot of AoE, or the melting point destroys them super fast
But it makes them very strong against small arms fights.
against hordes.
So Duncan-
like they just will sit and just keep fighting.
Let's just quickly
so
do
long.
Duncan. He's got 4 crawlers at the back and some Mustangs behind. So he's staying quite far back and he's at the top. And then the other middle player is Booth. She's got a line of marksmen, but nothing on her front row. I think she put these Mustangs.
idea for
At the-
that.
I think maybe she
But-
didn't realise she was.
Oh, she's quickly.
She thought she was facing the other direction. Maybe got
quickly
confused by
moved
the
them.
map.
Although this could actually be a really good play because
It lures
if
these guys in.
Her Mustangs can overtake. It means that you can really like pull the opponent close to you. Like I've seen a lot of people doing this in online matches, where you deploy your stuff much further back.
Oh, what happened here? I think the arc lights just blew up all of Lydia's stuff immediately.
Ravs' arc lights just cleared the horde,
The horde versus the anti-horde units.
while Lydia's snipers got swarmed by tiny.
Lydia didn't
things.
have enough walls for her snipers. I think there's just too many tiny things. Yeah, here. This is a real scare.
But now it's tiny things versus anti-tiny things. I don't know if I want to be on the tiny things side in that situation.
Wow, we weren't even watching how badly overwhelmed Lydia got there. It's just a rout, I guess.
Well, yeah, she had 5 snipers, which is a massive commitment.
Booth,
to
Booth
exactly
had
the
5
wrong
snipers
unit.
here. And I think she thought they were coming from this way again. She wasn't, because she had the Mustangs deployed on the wrong side. She deployed one quickly at the end of the time.
If they were fighting each other's opponents, and if it was the arc lights versus the snipers, that would have been an absolute win. And then it would just be tiny bot wars on the other side.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Amazing.
So Lydia and Booth need to deal with the. Well, again,
Just need to switch
you
up.
have to be responsive. So
Switch each
again, you
other's
get a
strategies.
unit every turn. Some of the low tier units are free. Some of them, the second tier units cost 50 or 100 resources, and the higher tier units cost sometimes 400 units to unlock. So
So I think everyone at this point wants to diversify a bit, right? They're all committed into one thing. and
They've
it
got a
makes
bit
them very easy
too
to count.
heavy on just one play style, and they need to get a little bit of stuff to cover their weaknesses.
Yeah, because like if Ravs ends up against flyers, he's toast.
Oh, it'll be a nightmare.
Ravs needs to either add flyers of his own or some anti-air units.
Well, so there are some wasps coming in on the flank right now.
yeah,
Could
2 sets of wasps
pretty
coming in on
well
the flank.
to
Now,
do some
unfortunately,
distractions.
these do shoot up, and these do shoot up, and these do shoot up. Actually, these don't. These do. So these Mustangs might be able to take on the wasps. We'll have to see how that goes.
I'd like to see a giant flamethrower.
Upgraded arc.
Oh,
already.
there, we've got
Wow.
a giant flamethrower. Weird choice.
So Booth, I think, is no. Lydia is the giant specialist, so she gets giant units. I would have gone with the Fortress, not the Vulcan, because the Vulcan is cheaper, but it's only ground and it doesn't work well against
It's
individual
really
units.
good anti-horde as it has 2 giant flamethrowers.
Yeah. The Fortress is more versatile and also quite a lot tougher. It's got about 40%.
Let's see how these wasps do against the Mustangs.
I feel like they will...
Oh, the arc.
Oh, they're not going to do well as they're coming in right now. Can we see arc lights just blowing up everything?
Yeah.
Well,
it's too late. They've already finished.
they've killed everything.
Okay, here we'll see how that does in a second. The wasps lost to
Okay.
the Mustangs, which is a shame.
Well, they were coming in this round, so they had...
Yeah, they had a big delay.
They had a big delay. Round 2, they might be okay.
But
This is actually going to knock out the back line, but that doesn't do anything because no one's really fighting anymore. The only thing I think that's really left is
the sniper's getting debuffed. It's sad when a sniper isn't one-shotting a tiny little robot. It's a bad day.
Oh,
Look down. at the
Lydia's
giant
big
flamethrower.
flamebot's still there.
not much longer.
Oh,
Getting sniped. Oh,
it's a
no.
bad day.
Flame on.
And it's damage
Bit of a
debuff.
disaster. This is a bit of a disaster for Lydia and Booth.
Oof.
How do we?
I'm enjoying that Lydia is the giant specialist.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I see. I see.
it's her people.
Feels right, doesn't it?
Ravs and Duncan are giving them no mercy here as well. Really,
Yeah.
they're leaning into stuff that works, and they're not giving them like an inch. Here's another Vulcan from Lydia. The last thing she needs.
I think if
she's
she-
clearly not stream sniping. Because
The Vulcan was on the very front line. I think that would be okay because it can absorb some of the hits.
she needs fortresses.
But yeah, a fortress in the middle would be beautiful.
Throw down some shields. Put a shield right on her front line.
Yeah.
That will really limit what those arc lights are doing. Can we, Lewis, look down and just watch?
Yeah, watch those arc lights just destroy that
We've missed-
swarm of tiny boys.
So these are all level 2 arc lights. This is level 2. These are the links that you're talking about.
I love that.
So this makes them very, very hard to kill. Especially because they have this as well, which increases their hit points by 30% and restores
Oh, God.
health per second. So there's two sorts of schools of thought here. One is basically if you upgrade a unit, it gets more expensive. But if you have more of that unit, that upgrade is incrementally so much better.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh God.
Oh,
God.
Mustangs get destroyed.
Oh,
Sekiro Mustangs get destroyed. The crawlers get destroyed. This is like the ultimate rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
Rock and the paper. No,
paper
rock
is getting shredded.
But the flamethrowers.
Now the arc light's not very good against the fortresses.
No.
That's very true.
Yeah,
but the fortress
sniper
not very
will
good against
eventually
tanks.
chew through him. If this back Vulcan can kill the sniper, then they're in with a
Yeah,
chance. That
I
sniper
don't
is
know.
doing nearly all the DPS.
Yeah, I think that the units are a little bit too close and they're just going to tank for it. But look how low the health is on those sledgehammers.
They're all going to die at once.
They could all just pop, but I think the sniper might take him down before he manages to pull that off.
That sniper is MVP.
Oh, we did so much work. They have not lost the round.
They need something magical here.
They need-
Now again, they've been falling behind, right? Because these are now, look at all these upgrades on these
They're
arc
going to be
lights.
level 3 arc lights.
It means that Duncan and Ravs can get very cheap upgrades to a strategy that's already working.
Yeah.
They've all
Makes me
taken
all
this.
units fight.
This is an expensive upgrade. It's cost 250.
But it's great.
Ravs didn't even want it.
That guy can take it up the chin, can't he?
Ravs just skipped it for an extra 50 money. What is he going to spend that 50 money on? God knows. So
Well, but it didn't cost him 250. So he's
made 300 bucks up.
So Lydia has put this upgraded amplifying core on this Vulcan, and she's also put this redeployment core on this crawler. So this actually allows her to move this crawler anywhere. Now, I would, of course, theirs seemed fine. I guess it was being killed by this arc light, so maybe she moved it back to the
Oh,
front.
she's deployed her mine as well.
Okay, the missile.
Missile's good.
What
So that's gonna trigger immediately.
else does she have?
Ooh, Booth built a fortress, the artillery mech.
amazing.
Nice.
So this
Very
is
good.
really good against this stuff that these guys have. Unfortunately, they just don't really have a screen.
Yeah.
Still not enough bullet shields in the way of the snipers.
Just needs a couple of speed bumps.
And these wasps, unfortunately, haven't done the job. Now, what you can do with the wasps again is you can put them on the flank, see if they work, and if they don't, take this very cheap upgrade and just move them out of there. It's clear at the moment they're not doing the work. Put them somewhere else. You know,
Yeah.
put them anywhere else. I think would work. You know, maybe just at the back here, or maybe at the front here to kill these, or to kill these quickly before they die. You know, at the moment they're just being countered by stuff that just kills them.
Can we watch the arc lights again? Because that's always
Well, they've got shields
nice.
up.
Okay, the shield
Shields
is
are
down.
tanking.
Love that.
Oh, now are they going to do enough though?
Like, but
But
big
look,
missile came in.
the
very
flanking
good.
Vulcan has debuffed everything.
Okay,
And okay, they've already had their damage.
they got the
So-
range upgrade on the Vulcan.
Oh, wow, long flame.
which I
This is
love.
actually making a big difference. Well, that Vulcan immediately flamed this and debuffed his whole army, and it really, really worked.
But it's that sniper is just the DPS.
Yeah.
Fortress is actually holding its own in the middle
Sniper.
here.
Oh, this sniper is literally soloing half of the army.
Okay, the fortress has to fight everything.
Why are these sledgehammers not dying again? Both upgrades on the
Yeah.
sledgehammer.
Well, they've got extra health, extra armor, and extra healing.
And
they are
regen.
the tankiest you can possibly make anything in this game. At this
They are the tankiest units in the game, those sledgehammers like that.
But the melting point hard counters that build really quickly.
Yeah, if Booth could get a melting point,
Yeah,
It's away, so
It
the
hard
sniper
counters
doesn't
it
get it.
because that first sledgehammer drains all the rest. So you
Yeah.
just need one melting point. Unfortunately, it was the 2-0. We're going to have to go to game 2, I think. Booth
Wow.
and Lydia You've
fought.
You've been defeated.
Good job.
We might have to bring you back for a third place playoff if the other rounds go quick.
Do we want to get anyone in, like a winner's interview?
Oh, sure. I was rooting for Boof and Lydia. Boof and Lydia,
Yeah, let's see if we can get them on. Hello.
don't be
Hello.
too disappointed. You did a good show.
You
almost knew what you were doing.
Up.
You almost knew what you were doing.
You know what makes it harder is playing this game and in the corner of my ear, hearing you guys just shit talk everything I'm from.
Oh, no.
Why weren't you there then? You were stream sniping and you didn't play meta.
All right, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of these. Can't believe it. I can't believe I felt sorry for them. I was being nice. Duncan and Ravs, let's hear those guys. Hello. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello.
You're through to the finals. How do you feel?
We're feeling pretty good.
Okay,
You did amazingly well.
Crushed them. 2-0.
There was a point in the first round where I worried you guys were getting a little complacent and you were just throwing stuff down, and then the comeback started.
Yeah, when we lost that, we panicked.
Round, yeah. But I had spent a lot of upgrades on that turn.
Well played, guys.
Well
God.
played. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the final. Who do you think you're going to be going up against?
Who's the next teams that are up?
We've got Nilesy and Hedwyn versus G and Barry, our very own.
Oh no, it's not our Harry.
It's not our own Harry. It's the original.
Harry.
It's the original Harry.
A better Harry. An ordinary.
a real one.
Yeah.
Not a.
I'm rooting G here. I think we're going to see G and Harry in the final.
I feel like Pegwin has probably done the research and they'll probably clench it.
All right, well,
I'm going for the
we're going
wild
to get the next game set up, so give us a few minutes because
Okay.
we're just going to get everyone set up. So we're just going to quickly have a quick 5-minute break and then we'll be back.
See you in 5.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.